Professor Charles David Freilich is a former Deputy National Security Advisor in Israel and a Senior Fellow at the Institute for National Security Studies in Tel Aviv, and also Professor at the Tel Aviv University. Professor, welcome to WION The World is One. What if President Trump decides to back off the conflict between Iran and Israel and decides America is not going to get involved and isolate Israel? What happens next?
Well, I don't know that the objective was to isolate Israel, but the president decided to take more time to see if diplomacy can work. He said up to 2 weeks. I hope the decision will be much quicker because we are waiting for it. But I think the president's decision complements Israel's strategy here, which I believe is a use of military force to force the Iranians back to the negotiating table and to make concessions that they have been unwilling to make until now. And that is the critical objective here.
Professor, prohibition of the use of force is a fundamental principle of the United Nations Charter, which is clearly stated in Article 24. Do you agree that Israel is doing or committing an injustice?
Absolutely not. I don't think that there have been more just wars maybe in the history. You can say, well, on the morning of Friday 13th, did Iran attack Israel? And the answer is no. But ever since the Islamic Republic was established in 1979, Iranian leaders have repeatedly, regularly called for Israel's destruction. And it's not just a matter of rhetoric. Iran has poured billions and billions and billions of dollars into this, into the nuclear program, into the missile program, into support for Hezbollah, into Hamas, into the Houthis. The supreme leader famously announced a 9-point plan for Israel's destruction in 2014. And Iran has repeatedly said that as far as, based on their planning, Israel will be destroyed by 2040. We now know that after the Hamas attack of October 7th, 2023, actually the plan which was worked out with Iran was to bring for Israel's immediate destruction. So was there any violation of international law here? Yes, by Iran.
Professor, then why is there this nuclear rhetoric going on between both countries? Because as we understand, the IAEA has come out clear and said that Iran is not on the verge of creating a nuclear weapon. And also we've also had leaders from other countries saying that Iran is not on the verge of creating a nuclear weapon. Then why is this war being condoned?
Well, how do you define on the verge? So some of the American assessments say that it might take 6 to 12 months, which as far as I'm concerned is tomorrow. We're talking Israel's national future. You see actually broad international support for Israel in this war. We saw the statement by the G7 just on Thursday when the entire G7 came out and demanded that Iran come back into compliance with its non-proliferation objectives. Commitments, and supporting Israel, saying that this was a legitimate right of Israel's right to self-defense. So there is broad support. There are some differences in intelligence assessments, and there always are. But no one in the West and no one in the serious countries in the world doubts that Iran has an advanced nuclear program. The argument, the debate, to the extent that it exists, is maybe a few months here or there, and how to deal with it.
Well, talking about that, because I find it very interesting that the Prime Minister of Israel has been talking about Iran creating a nuclear bomb for the past 33 years. Why should the world believe him now?
Why should Iran believe? Iran doesn't have to believe us. It can derive whatever.
No, but why should the world believe Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu? Because he's been saying the same thing for the past 33 years. Why now?
And he's been right for the 33 years that Iran was trying to develop the bomb, and Israel and other countries have taken a variety of activities to prevent, or at least to postpone, the Iranian program. And there have been numerous sabotage operations attributed to Israel and some to the United States and other countries. There have been diplomatic efforts which succeeded in postponing the program. But eventually the day comes. And there is new information in recent months that the Iranians are looking at a new and faster way to reach the bomb. There's the fact that there's brought into, we saw the IAEA itself a week and a half ago coming out with a statement, the first time in 20 years, saying that Iran is in non-compliance with its NPT commitments. We have an American president who has been very supportive of Israel's effort. So for a variety of reasons. And after October 7th and the knowledge that Iran was trying to bring about Israel's destruction now in the near term, not in 2040, yeah, you want to know why now? That's why now.
All right, Professor Freilich, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much for talking to WION The World today.
Thank you for having me.